Live, baby.
Bow, bow, bow.
We're
Miggity,
live.
miggity, miggity, Mike. Miggity, Mike.
Yes.
All
Seaside
right.
Mike, Mocha. This is the Where Were We podcast. This is episode 3.
Episode 3, 3 episodes in.
3 episodes in, and we're
Many more to
feeling
come.
good. Right?
Yeah, we
That's
are. Indeed, we are.
yeah, we're feeling good. I gotta say, I am fucking exhausted.
Oh, yeah, me too. Been a lot of creative things going on my end. How about yourself?
I mean, I've been putting in work, you know.
Yeah, I
Time in
believe
the
it.
office, time at home with the fam.
I believe it, yeah.
Been doing my creative projects, and we delayed this episode,
Oh,
so
yeah, we did. We did. We
we
missed
were
it.
gonna record one last week, and then we were like, meh,
Yeah, we both got, life both happened.
life happened. Life
Yeah,
definitely
life,
happened.
life happened.
I got a haircut.
Yeah, we can see.
Clearly, I got this one cut, and the rest got scared, and they all
Oh,
fell
boy.
off. That's how that worked. It was like I cut this one, and then they were like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
So I gotta say, I'll address it really quick because if you go back and you watch our other podcasts, I'll have a full head of hair, and now I'm basically bald. And I'm gonna tell you the best part about this haircut and the worst part. Okay,
Let's hear it.
the best part is it is a non-decision.
Fair.
Okay, I wake up
Yeah.
in the morning and I don't have to worry, oh, do I have hair gel in? Oh, is it styled? Nah, you don't have to worry about that. That is amazing for me. I love low maintenance, minimal maintenance. The worst part is it's an open invitation for other people to play fucking 20 questions with me. And it's like,
Has anyone did the big palm on your forehead on your head yet?
okay, so here's the thing. I got this haircut literally yesterday. So
Okay.
I was like, I was
it's fresh,
full-
fresh.
Yes, it is super fresh. I was full blown, curly headed, long, like bushy in the back, the whole 9 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I get it cut, and a person literally walked into the office today, could see the back of my head, tapped me on the shoulder. I looked back at them, and they go, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "What?" They were like, "I thought you were somebody different, like who was just sitting in Drew's seat and just sitting here." And I was gonna be like, "Are you like some IT guy trying to like fix something?" But this is you. And,
That's incredible.
I mean, it's a dramatic change, right? And I get it. But yes,
Mhm.
people come up and they're like, "Oh, do you mind? Do you mind if I feel it?" Yes, I mind.
Keep
How
your
would
dirty
you?
hands to yourself.
Yeah, like you keep your hands to yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just for a more introverted person like myself, that's the biggest nightmare. Is I know people are gonna address it,
Mm-hmm.
so I just have to look as angry as I can, so that people just leave me alone.
Fair enough.
So like when somebody who I don't want to talk to full stop comes up and is like, "Ooh," I just go, "Nope,
Not
no,
today.
not now." And having a haircut like this literally makes me look a lot angrier.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's true. You look like Drew, but meaner. That's
I
what
do. I look mean. I look like I'm standoffish and like I don't
Like-
want to talk to you, which is good. That's exactly what I want.
Absolutely.
So
Like, it's this perfect excuse to just. That's exactly what I'm gonna do when I'm an old man, though.
just
Shave the head, and just look mean all the
just
time.
look angry. Like
Get out of here,
yeah,
kids.
get out of here. That's perfect for me because
Yeah. I
okay.
can't
So
wait to be a grumpy old man.
me either.
I just-
I'm already a grumpy old man. What am I talking about? No, I literally cannot wait because okay, so here's the kind of backstory. I usually just let my hair grow until I hate it, and then I shave it all off like this. So it'll be like a couple months or whatever, and then I'll just, goodbye hair, whatever. I kid you not, yesterday I was driving home from work. I looked in the mirror and went, "Oh my God!" Drove straight to Supercuts and was like, "Just take it all off."
Oh yeah.
The woman who was cutting my hair, I kid you not, she was like, "Are you sure? Like, have you ever gotten a 1 before? Because this is a 1 buzz cut, right?" And she's like, "Have you ever gotten a 1 before?" I was like, "Yeah, I do it all the time, actually." And she was like, "I have 3 different levels of 1." And I was like, "Did I say 3? No, I didn't stutter. I just said, give me a 1 all the way around, make my sideburns look fine, and then we're good. Like, squared in the back. Fine."
G2G.
After she's like right here with the razor, she goes, "I have a lot of people who come in here and they wish they had full heads of hair like this. And you're about to basically be bald." And I said, full stop, looked her dead in the eye and went, "Can you just do it already?" Because I was like, this conversation
Listen, lady,
needs to
I didn't
end.
pay you for your opinion.
Yeah.
I paid you to cut my hair.
Just cut it off. Just let it go. And one of my favorite feelings is watching like this big bushy pad of hair just go plop. It's so funny to me. I laugh every time I get all the shoulder laughing, like, because I'm trying to sit still. Yeah. So that happens, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't have to stay on this too long. I know we got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Absolutely. I mean,
you have a lot of hot topics you want to get into.
Yeah.
So let's get in.
So just on an informative point, we're on Twitch. We're both gamers. So yes. I just thought I'd let the listeners in. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice was released March 22nd. I believe currently it's sitting at a 90 on Metacritic. Produced by the From Software gentleman who created the Souls, the Bloodborne games. You ever play any of those games?
I have dabbled. They've always been really fun, but for me, I play a lot of competitive games, so that's
fair enough.
That's me, but yes.
Yeah, I've actually never played any of those games, but I am excited to get my hands on Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. They're historically super challenging games that you just have to just play and figure out. And that's kind of like their gimmick is like, this game's going to be really hard, so you better be committed. If you die in this game, you might die in real life. That's how hard those games are.
No, I mean, I do like that concept. I really like when games are more challenging. And I have a couple buddies who have gotten it and they're like raging about it. They're like, "This game is amazing. Like, have you played it yet?" I'm like, "Nah, I haven't got into it yet." But apparently it's amazing, visually stunning, everything's all good. So
absolutely.
I mean, I can't wait to play it. I'm gonna get it eventually.
Yeah,
but
I can't. I'm currently I'm slogging through the backlog of PS4 games. So I'm currently playing Uncharted 4. Pretty amazing game so far. But I'll get to it probably before the end of May.
To jump back real quick, because I know a couple podcasts ago we talked about the Shadow of Colossus reboot that you were saying is on your dock of things that you want to play. I looked at like graphics comparisons from the original to the PS4 version. Oh my lord, that looks stunning. I was like, I want to go buy a PS4 just to play this game. Like, I want that one game and that's it.
It looks gorgeous. That's definitely on the list. It's one of those games where you just it seems like a very zen game, like a game you play and just shut the whole world out.
Yeah, it's like that hardcore puzzle solving, monster battling. That's it, right? Yeah. So all in all, both looking forward to playing Sekiro. That it just looks really fun. And hopefully soon we'll be able to update the pod and give like a nice solid review of the game. Because that's another thing I wanted to do eventually down the line is do like some game review type talk, because I mean we're gonna do movie reviews. I'm assuming we'll probably do music reviews. Might as well throw in the game reviews, right?
Absolutely, that'd be fun. Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
Where were
we? Yeah, exactly. Where were you? Well, we were just in another quick informative tip. You were talking about the PS4. I believe they just had their state of play on March 25th, which was essentially just the same way the Nintendo Direct works. They just come in, they show a couple of things off. I think we were expecting something a little bit bigger, a bigger announcement.
Oh, gotcha.
But they just showed off a bunch of VR titles.
Oh God, I'm so sick of VR.
I'm not a VR guy either, but no. I see it. I see why people would like it.
No.
The closer you get to being in the video game.
10 years ago, people were like, VR's the next big thing. And 10 years later, people are still like, VR's the next big thing.
Oh, yeah.
The only VR game I've ever seen that I was like, I'd probably play that once, was that Beat Saber game.
I don't know that one.
It's like, think DDR, like Dance Dance Revolution, but you have, your controllers are 2 lightsabers.
Okay.
So the VR environment is things coming at you, like these 3D objects flying at you, and they're to the beat of the song, and you have to like slash them with the lightsabers, but in like the correct line. So a cube might fly at you that has a diagonal up to the right arrow, and you have to slash upwards with that color lightsaber.
That's cool.
So you have like a red and a blue one. And you gotta, like, if it's the red, you have to hit red. If it's blue, though, you have to, like, get up there and hit blue, right? So,
yeah, that sounds cool.
That's the only game that I've seen that I've been like, I kind of want to buy a VR machine just to play that.
Well, have you...
But
I'm not a big VR guy either. Have you seen any of the horror game VRs? Those would probably... If I was into horror games, like, really big, I could see why that could be, like, terrifying.
I hate horror things. I hate horror movies. So I will definitely hate horror games. Dude, back when we were in college, we used to do this thing where we would like go sit in like our friend's room. They had like this big ass dorm room where it had like a little living room area, whatever. We would sit in there and turn all the lights off. And watch one person fucking play like Slender Man and stuff like that. I hated that. I was like having nightmares for days because of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that was
SCP.
Awful. Oh. Was that like the tampon looking one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, they actually just showed Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh God.
VR. That game always was like, bah!
I'm not going to sleep tonight. That's what's happening. No, was the like tampon game the one where the only function other than walking you had was blinking?
Oh my God, I think it might have been.
Because it was like you had to blink because your eyes could only stay open for so long in the game.
Yeah.
And every time you blinked, that's when it couldn't kill you if you could see it. But you had to blink, and if you blinked, it got closer to you. And you would like see it, you would be like, turn it around, you'd see it here, and then
I'm getting
you like
freaked out thinking about it.
I know, right? And then you would blink, and then you would open them up, and everybody would scream because the tampon was like right fucking here. If that was VR, I would shit myself. Oh my God.
What a diabolic game design.
That was so terrible, man. No. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Happier-ish topics.
Happy topics. Oh God.
You want to talk about microtransactions and
How's
in
that a
games?
happier topic?
That's true. I guess
Here,
okay.
take my
There's some
money.
good there's some good things that happen with microtransactions.
There are.
Yeah.
We can dive into that. I like
Okay.
microtransactions. They're fun. They're fun to talk about.
Uh, they can be. Um. So do you want to start with the good things or the bad things?
Let's dive in. Maybe people don't know what
Fair.
this
What we're even
concept
talking
is.
about. Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you introduce the topic? Okay.
Okay. So microtransactions are it's essentially a concept in video games where you go and you either a lot of times you buy a full game and then within the game you purchase items with real life money. So that can either boil down to cosmetic items or it can boil down to items that actually affect the game. Pay to win essentially. So there's also the concept of loot boxes, which is being looked at a lot more heavily nowadays, which we'll get to in a little bit. Um,
Yes, because I believe that's the whole spawn of this conversation, right? Is loot
yes,
boxes and the controversy surrounding them.
yes.
Okay.
So
Anyway,
yeah, do you want me to
you
break down what loot boxes are?
I mean, I can talk about loot boxes, right? So
Okay.
loot boxes are basically little, I want to say animated chests, or they don't have to be a chest, but usually they come that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you earn them throughout the game. You can either buy them or you get them for free as drops, achievements, different things like that. And you basically have an odd system to earn these, usually like a few different types of items. They typically run from like common, which are like basic items, to
Mm-hmm.
uncommon, little more rare, then
Mm-hmm.
rare. Then there's usually like a legendary or mythical or like the most rare item you
Mm-hmm.
can get, right? And a lot of people talk about drop rates in
Mm-hmm.
loot boxes for the upper rarity cosmetics or items, whatever it may be. Uh, if you want to think of it like if you're a World of Warcraft player, and when you're looting a creature or whatever, like a final boss, you kind
Mm-hmm.
of have like odds to earn these special weapons that give you insane upgrades. And some people really love loot boxes, other people really hate them.
Yes. I mean, there is the also the concept, the added concept too of certain items and loot boxes are only available for X amount of time
Yes.
per season. So that also incentivizes certain players to go and spend actual real world money to buy as many loot boxes as they can.
Yeah, because if you want those rares,
You need to do it, and you have X amount of time to do it. Otherwise,
yeah.
you're not going to be able to get it.
Now,
So,
where do you stand, first off? Do you like them or not like them?
loot boxes are okay if there's another method by which to grind those items, I think. And a way that gives you enough time for the season.
Okay,
They're not my
so
favorite thing in the
when
world,
you're
but I
talking,
love card games, and that's how I
yeah,
think about it. It's similar to card games.
I love card games, but when we're talking about like the seasonal loot boxes, I agree. I wish that there was better ways to really grind seasonal
Hmm.
items or whatever. Like Overwatch is a big one, right?
Absolutely, that's the one that came to my mind.
Overwatch has seasons all the time. They do like for the Olympics, for the World Cup, for
It's
you know,
Halloween,
Halloween, everything.
Christmas, yeah.
They have loot boxes with unique cosmetics that only come out around that time. And it's like once that season's over, you just can't get them anymore. Um,
Mhm.
they are ridiculously hard to grind, though, in Overwatch.
Absolutely.
I think, well, so you get a loot box every level,
Mm-hmm.
but a level you get more experience for if you win games.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a shit tier win rate because, like, I don't know, let's say you're bad, right? Let's say you're a bad player.
Yeah.
And, like, you have, like, a 35% win rate. I would consider that awful, right?
Yeah.
That means your team can't even carry you for 20% of the time. Because you like to think that games typically leave you at around a 50%er.
Mm.
So if you're that bad, you're never getting those loot boxes.
You're never getting those loot boxes.
Never.
So
You can sit there, mom's basement type gaming, where you're playing like 13, 14 hours a day, and you are not getting those loot boxes just because you suck. And that's fine. You suck. You don't deserve them. Right?
That's fair.
If you're going to talk about the grind and people who are grinding for them, if they don't get them, that's your fault. Because you could have easily just bought them. That's where I come in.
Yeah, that's where the big baller, big baller Mocha comes in.
I am the microtransaction god. I love them. I love them. Because I don't have all the time in the world to grind out free shit. I love the concept for other people, not for me. I would rather be like, hey, I play this game for like 40 hours a week. It's basically a full-time job. So if I'm playing 40 hours a week, and like, I don't know, let's say normally I would spend like $60 on a console game, and I would play it for like 20 hours and then fucking throw it in the trash because I don't care about it anymore. Right? Just like, I go based off of hours enjoyment is how much I'm willing to spend. So a game like Dota 2, where it's fully monetized by cosmetics. It's a free-to-play game. All the characters are free, but the cosmetics are what you buy. I was like, fucking give them to me, baby. I've put in like 3K Dota hours, right? 3,000 hours in a game.
An insane amount of time.
In a free game. Lord Gaben gave me this 3,000 hours of my life, right? So what if I drop $500 on the game over 5 years? Right? So what?
Yeah.
It's no different than buying the new Madden game every time it fucking comes out.
If you're buying the new Madden game every year, you messed up the game.
You messed up.
You messed up.
That's your fault.
Stop buying those games. But it also helps that a lot of those game or cosmetics you can buy on the secondary market.
Yes.
So you can get them for a lot cheaper. You can trade them if you have more than one. You can do what you need to do to get a deal on the item. Some items like Immortals and stuff like that, you gotta blow some heavy.
Which brings me to my second point. That's the other thing I do. I buy all those items so that I can sell them later.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good hustle.
I bought... They had like this really rare Immortal that came out in one of the TI treasure chests, right?
Yeah.
I bought a ass ton of those treasure chests just to open up these items, because I knew that, like, if you get one of those rares...
And I get like half of the items you get out of those things.
I give them to you for free because I just like you. You're a friend, right? So I'm like, oh, this is an item for a character that Mike really loves. I'm just going to give it to him. So I get this extremely... It was like the ultra rare, right? Which has like a ridiculously low drop rate, okay? I open it up, and the ultra rare ones this year you were able to sell directly on the market. Normally you have a period of time that you have to wait. So I would spend, like, let's say $25 on treasure chests. And then I get this one item. I sell that item for $65.
Christ.
So not only did I make my money back, but I was able to buy more treasure chests to get the escalating odds to get these again to keep flipping them.
Yeah,
so
it's a good hustle.
I was able to flip I think I got like 10 of them. That's $600 that I got back from the game like that, you know?
Yeah.
So what I did was I saved that Steam money, and Artifact came out, and I just bought the $300 collection when it came out. I was like, I had the money, I just dropped it. I was like, well, I don't care. I don't need to wait. Why grind my cards out? Why buy packs? I can just buy the cards.
See, that's one of the things I do like specifically about card games. I do like opening packs.
Opening packs is fun. Because
grinding them isn't always fun, but
grinding them sucks. Oh my god, dude. I remember trying to play, like when we played Hearthstone, everybody in our group of friends played Hearthstone for a while. And it was like every day logging on. Well, I remember we have a friend who used to really like doing the free-to-play grind. He was all about it. Me, I'm like, fuck that, right? Straight up. I buy all the cards that I can. I spent hundreds on Hearthstone when I played it. Oh my god, dude. Every time there was a new expansion, I was like, let me get 3 of those 50 packs for $50. I don't care, $150. Blah, money.
Yeah.
I would open up every single card in the set, and then my friends would hate me. Because I got cheated. I cheated.
You cheat the game.
I cheated the game. Yourself. And I said, you can't cheat because it's available to everybody. So this concept is available to everybody.
You cheat the game, you cheat yourself.
Now, granted, I understand it's pay to win, but that's it. It's pay to win. Free to play, pay to win though. That's what I like about Dota 2. Cosmetics don't help you click faster.
They just make you look nice.
They make you look really nice, right? So I might be a shit tier player, but at least I look good doing it.
Well, trust me, everyone's a shit tier player in Dota 2, though.
It's kind of, I like to equate it to golf.
I like, how's that?
How is that? Because everybody is striving to be slightly better than average.
Fair. And everyone's failing.
And as people get better, that means the curve of being average fucking gets higher, right?
Well, yeah.
And in golf, the entire time you're playing golf, you're just trying to get average consistently. What other sport do you play, or what other thing do you play where your objective is to be average very consistently?
That's true.
Golf.
That is a great way to think about it.
If you hit par 3 rounds in a row, you're a god tier golf player. But really, you're just fucking average.
Yeah. I guess average
is
relative, but
you got par. You're an average player. That's what that's what the average amount of strokes to get the whole thing is. Oh man.
So yeah, 1 second, sir.
Okay, I'll take over here. I'm totally down with this. So,
and I'm back.
He's back. I was gonna say I was gonna take over and keep golf ranting, because I really love golf. Golf is actually my favorite sport to play. I am just as awful as everybody else. Okay? and golf and Dota to me are almost identical, because I would like to think it's more of a thing with your mind than anything. Because you can
a lot of sports are mental, but
they are, but like you can easily just be playing a game of Dota, and like if you tilt, you're like boom, boom off, like we've die.
Seen it. Yeah. We've seen it.
Oh my god, dude!
We've tried to purposely tilt the other team sometimes.
That's what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
Talking trash like you do on the football, or basketball, or any sport.
So let's do that, right? For golf, you're out on the golf course, and you're riding with somebody, right, in one of the carts, and you're like playing against them. Well, you kind of are, right? Not all the time, but sometimes you're playing against them. And I like to just give them a little shit talk here and there, you know? Hey, you keep lifting your head up, and that's why you're fucking up. You know that, right?
Tilted.
And
Oh
then
my
then the
god.
next time they get up to
Yeah.
like to drive like the first initial swing of a hole,
Hmm.
I just go, "Hey, don't pick your head up." And then they
Oh
fucking
man.
do it. They do it every
Oh
time.
man.
You just say, "Hey, don't do it," and then they do it. And then
Oh,
you've
I do not.
instantly tilted them.
I would not have the mental fortitude to not just immediately get tilted.
Oh, I'm good at it, but I'm also the only reason I tilt other people is cuz I'm always tilted. Okay? So like playing golf with me is like playing golf with the most tilted human you've ever met.
Fair.
I get up to the driver's box and I'll hit some shitty shot. I'll do that for the first like 7 holes. On like the 8th hole, I'll finally hit like a good drive. And I'll be like, "Why couldn't you fucking do that the whole fucking time, you fucking piece of shit? Fuck you!" Like, oh, I go
Yeah.
off on myself. It is hilarious to watch me golf. I have broken clubs before.
Oh man.
I have legitimately left the golf course mid round because of how angry I was.
I cannot play a game that makes me that angry. I can't do it.
It's called Dota 2.
You're right, but in that one, I just like
I have been so mad in
I
Dota
just
2
stew
that
in
I've
silence
abandoned.
sometimes when I. You can't always abandon. Yes.
Oh my god, you can't always abandon. Oh man. But anyway, a philosophy that my grandpa used to tell me in golf was, you don't have to play very well as long as you look like you play very well. Right?
Okay.
You wear the nice polo tucked in with the nice belt, the shoes that match, everything matches, like you look good, you match your golf bag and everything. You look like you are like $2,000 because you fucking spent $2,000 on that outfit and you're gonna fucking own that $2,000 outfit, right? And then you go and you fucking suck. And it's fine. And that's what I do in Dota. I buy all the nice cosmetics so I look
That's
amazing.
An incredible analogy.
And I fucking suck. Oh,
That's
he has the Shadow Fiend Arcana and the Shadow Fiend Immortals. He misses every single raise.
He's got the Pudge Arcana. No hooks.
No hooks. But it's okay because I'm funny about it. If I miss a hook, I all chat www.bighooks.com. Bam, send. Like, let's go. Anyway, where were we? We're talking about microtransactions, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
all right.
Here's another good thing. Some people make money off microtransactions. I know that there's a system in place in Warframe where you can create skins and sell them on the market essentially, and then Warframe will make the skins. And people have quit their jobs and made that their full-time job is just designing skins.
Yeah, a lot of people also do that for games like Dota. The cosmetics are usually community members making different cosmetics to put in the chests. I think that's awesome. That
awesome.
is really awesome.
Yeah.
If you take that concept and apply it to anything else, like, because these people are like, drawing and art is usually their passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if you're fucking working at Quiznos and then like you're like every single day you go into work and some asshole's yelling at you, "You put too much mayo on my sandwich." Like, fuck off. Like, go home. This is not what I want to do, clearly.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You go home, you're drawing, you're like on your digital art pad, you're like drawing on your iPad or whatever, and then you just like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna upload this submission, right? Just to see what happens." And then it changes your life.
Your whole life. Because people love your work.
And then you're like, "I am an artist.
I'm an artist now.
I'm not a Quiznos worker. I'm an
beyond
artist." Oh, I love it.
I love that
is
concept.
The best part about those kind of things.
Supporting creators is always something I'm on the side of.
Anytime I know, like, that part of the funds for this are going to the creators, I'm all about it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. The Where Were We podcast is pro creator. See what I did there? All right, go ahead.
No, that's all I really had, honestly.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there
really
is that.
do. I like that though. I love when content creators are like, oh, please like support this chest. I work really hard on my art and stuff like that, and here I am. I've created this whole set of armor, and then you open it up and you're like, that's badass. And then you just like, bam. I saw somebody retweeted like a Dota cosmetic for a hero I really liked. And I opened up the cosmetic and I was like, I want to see this in the game. Like,
oh yeah, I've seen a few of them. I'm like, wow, when is this gonna get in the game?
Yeah, And then I like tweeted to one of the content creators who made this item set, and I was like, just keep doing what you're doing, because this is I don't care if you're making money off of it. I know you care if you're making money off of it, but I was like, I don't. This is amazing. You need to keep at this, because you will make it somewhere. This shit is fire. And
some people are just amazing with what they can create. They
really are. And then like 2 weeks later, that cosmetic got into the game. I bought it. I bought that shit instantly.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was like I needed it. I did not care. I was like, I tweeted at them. They liked my tweet. They think that what I said was cool. I think their art's cool. Hook that shit up.
Absolutely.
Right. Let's go.
Creators creating.
And supporters supporting.
Supporters supporting. There we go. Just to, I guess you wanna close out this. I can close out this microtransactions talk unless you have something else.
I do have one really big negative, because I'm typically extremely pro microtransaction. I really love being able to be lazy, buy all the content that I want, not buy the content I don't want.
That's true.
That is the biggest negative to these microtransactions. I hate loot boxes and chests for the sole purpose that I can't just be like, I want this one, this one, this
select. Yeah.
If I could select, I would spend a lot less money on them, and I realize that.
That's the point, yeah.
So that's the point. That's the reason that you're like, oh shit, I gotta buy like 25 chests to possibly get whatever. So I just skip it all. I know I have to spend a shit ton of money, so I spend a shit ton of money, and like, then I get judged for it. It is what it is, right?
You're the perfect consumer for these companies.
Oh, I'm amazing. Like, I must have like my own poster in Valve's headquarters. They're like this dude. Anytime you see him on the marketplace, you hook that boy up. He gonna buy some shit, man. They know it. They know that I'm gonna do it. I don't care. They know how I work too. They know I buy all the stuff. I sell the ones that I don't want. I keep the ones that I do want. I give away some of the extra copies that I get. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
I guess the thing is that majority of the games you play though are free to play.
A lot of them are, yes.
I guess the negative thing is if you're buying a full, which in 2019 you should never be buying a game for full price. But if you're spending a full $60 on a game and it doesn't come with everything, it's just infuriating when you have to like pay money, especially for like, I know this is a big trend in fighting games. You have to pay money to get
like all the characters or whatever. Yeah.
Like if I'm paying a full $60, I want to be able to play everyone.
Now, I gotta say the biggest thing, I think you're touching on this point, right? I don't like when I have to pay to unlock like playable things.
Yeah.
When it's like a cosmetic or like, I guess I can't fully say that because I do really love card games and you have to pay for cards. Right?
Yeah, but that's card game. They're just, to me, they're in their own category.
They really are.
You know.
Card games are not like loot boxes. You open up a pack of cards, you get a pack of cards, right? Like it's fine. It is what it is. You understand that going in. But like
it's part of the fun.
Heroes of the Storm and League of
That's
Legends.
exactly what I was gonna point on. Heroes of the Storm and League.
I hate free rotation heroes.
Yeah.
And being like there is literally I have zero incentive to play those heroes because I'm not gonna buy them. I refuse, right?
Yeah.
I played. We played Heroes of the Storm for a little bit there.
Yeah, for just a little bit.
I think I played it a little bit more than you.
You did.
Because I was not bad at it. I thought that I performed pretty well and I picked up on it pretty easily. But then it was like, well, if I'm going to play a MOBA, I'm just going to play Dota because it's the best one. But when I was playing Heroes of the Storm for a little bit there, I bought the heroes that I knew I wanted to play, and I didn't buy anything else.
It angers me because in my head, I could be wrong. Most people aren't going to buy the heroes. So that means that my games are going to be very similar back to back to back because everyone only has these available heroes to pick from.
Either that, or most people are going to buy the OP heroes.
Yeah.
And then you're only going to have games where there's OP heroes and the free ones.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, no, thank you.
And like, at that rate, why would you ever make the OP heroes free to play?
Exactly.
You control I know that these companies control the rotation of the heroes. What incentive do they have to make the best heroes free? None. They have even for the week or whatever. Why give anybody a taste?
Yeah.
Why give anybody a taste?
For what? Pay for it.
You get steamrolled by a character every single game that you go into until you're like, how much is that? $20? Yeah. Okay, here you go.
Exactly.
I don't want to get steamrolled anymore.
You're like whipped into submission.
Yeah, you really are. You're beaten to a bloody pulp until you're like, I guess I'll buy this $20 character now.
Yeah.
That's like if you went to Target and like you bought like a box of cereal or something, and they were like, "Oh, hey, by the way, I know that you really want to enjoy this cereal, but in order to enjoy this cereal, you have to buy a box opener." and not only to buy this box opener, you also have to buy the special box opener case. Yeah. And then you're like, do I really need this case? What if I just lay the box opener on the ground? And they're like,
no, you need this.
They're like,
case.
Well, somebody's going to take the box opener and stab you in the neck with it 100 times until you just buy the case. So you might as well buy the case. And then you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll buy the case too.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, honestly.
Oh, man.
I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, God. All right, I do have one random thing. I just thought of something. This just sparked in my head. And I know that we have topic lists, but fuck topic lists right now.
For sure.
I'm going to go way off here. I was just thinking about the grocery store. This is why this came into my head. Because I'm also really thirsty and I wanted to grab my drink. But I'm about to do something that is really fucked up. So just bear with me. I'm going to explain it, but I have a question.
You're not going to put your milk in before your cereal, are you?
No. I do have a question for you, though, right? What is the weirdest thing that you do that you are okay with doing, but you know full well other people don't fucking understand it?
Yeah.
And then you always have to explain yourself. Like, I'm about to do something that I'm going to have to explain immediately after. You just got to be okay with this. So I have my Dr. Pepper here. I don't know if we're allowed to do that. So.
Oh, yeah. Don't cover that.
Sorry.
No free advertisements.
No free advertisements. Sorry, Dr. Pepper. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm about to drink your drink, but fuck you, Dr. Pepper. Pay me for this shit. Anyway, I have my Dr. Pepper, right? You hear the little bit of fizz, right? I'm gonna squeeze it as much as I can until it's about to go out. and then I'm gonna screw it up, and then I shake it. I shake it and I shake it and I shake it, and I let that shit fizzle down. And that's the weird thing that I do.
Why do you do that?
Why do I do that? Because it flattens the beverage.
Why do you want that?
Because I don't like the stinging sensation that I get in my mouth.
That's incredible.
When I drink pop, I hate it when, like, the first drink that I take is like, ah!
I love it, but
So me and two of my coworkers do this, right? And anytime anybody sees us do this, they're like, what the fuck was that? And I always have to be like, this is actually the perfect solution to my problem. My problem is I don't want my mouth to fucking burn by just drinking a beverage. Yeah. So I shake all the goddamn carbonation out of it. So you take a few drinks and you get it so that it's enough where you can squeeze the bottle. And then you get the bottle all the way to the top, you shake it, and then the carbonation fills that empty space. So it's not going to explode on you when you open it, like everything's fine. And I did put a little bit of whiskey in this. So it's a little bit of a different mixture right now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hanging in there, like the fizz won't quite fully go away just yet.
Yeah.
But if you don't have any whiskey in there, it just the fizz goes away, and then you know that it's like it's slightly there, so you open it up, you do the same thing, rinse and repeat until it's at your desired carbonation level. And my desired carbonation level is get that shit out of here. Just flatten it.
I mean, I gotta say, I think you might need to check yourself into a mental facility.
Why? I know.
I know. Madness.
I know it's fucking insane. That's what I preface this with. I want to know what you do that's insane to other people.
We're just talking about cereal. When I put the cereal in the bowl, afterwards I take the milk, right? Before I put the milk in the bowl, I take the milk and I heat it up. And I put the heated up milk in the cereal bowl.
Heat up your milk?
Yeah, I just like it. I like it like steaming hot milk when I eat cereal.
Oh!
It's weird. I was telling Haley about this the other day.
That sounds fucking disgusting.
It's incredible. Like a big bowl of Frosted Flakes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll try it.
I'll
try it for any of the viewers or listeners, whatever. You try that shit too. And seriously, try this carbonation flattening method. I'll tell you what, have you ever opened up a Coke, like a bottle of Coke that's like ice ass cold? You take one sip of it and you're like, God, I don't remember it stinging this much.
I've never had that problem. I don't know.
Never had that problem? Maybe
I've never had a stinging.
Maybe you're just not enlightened into the world that I am.
I'm not a big soda drinker though either, so.
That's true, and you're like dieting and shit. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Ooh, I'm intermittent fasting. Fuck
intermittent. I was always a big Sprite guy. Nothing like a cold Sprite from a can.
Oh man, I do like a good Sprite, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that is something I legitimately do every single time I have a bottle of Coke or Pepsi or Dr. Pepper. It does not matter what it is. And the more fucked up thing is I do it to 2 liters too.
Yuck. You just ruined the entire 2 liter.
Hey, if it gets other people to fuck off my 2 liter, I'm down.
That's a good idea. That's true.
I just do it. I mean, look, it's not for everybody. I understand. Preference. I have a few other things like that, but I'm going to get into something a little bit better, okay? Awkward moments. What would you say in the last, week or 2 week, what is the most recent awkward moment you've had? And I'll give you time to think if you want to just hear mine.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I'm the most awkward human alive. I am fully aware of this. If you don't believe me, listen to this bullshit. Okay?
I'm listening.
So I'm at work. I work in a corporate office, okay? Let me just preface that so you know that these are business people, right? Everybody's a business person. Everybody's all about the corporate jargon and whatever. All right? I had all of these encounters happened within 5 minutes of each other. I'm going to explain 5 minutes of my life, and I want you to just be like, God, you're the worst. You're a miserable person. That's basically what this conversation is going to lead to, okay? So I'm sitting there. I'm about to eat a bag of baked Cheetos, okay? And I'm sitting at my desk, and I sit kind of like sideways, like this, right? So if my desk is this way, I kind of sit like this because my monitors are over here. But that means I can also see anybody who's walking down the hallway right fucking here, okay? And I'm about to eat these Cheetos, and I had just opened the bag, so I wasn't like at the bottom or anything. And you'll understand why that's important. I was doing the dump method, okay? Which is normally reserved for the bottom of the bag, but I didn't want the Cheeto fairy dust on my hands because I'm like trying to work simultaneously. So I had the bag and I'm like, and I got a mouthful and I hear somebody's like walking and I turn really quick. And so like the Cheetos kind of like fell and I lock eyes with this human soul. And I don't say real words because I have a mouthful of Cheetos. Instead, I go, ugh. and like shook my head and went, ugh. And turned and like tried to avoid eye contact with them as I downed the rest of these Cheetos, okay?
Yikes. Yeah.
So that happens. And then I was like, oh man, this is awful. I'm going to go to the bathroom and really reevaluate my priorities in life. Okay? So I stand up and I go and I walk down the hallway out this door, which leads me into the atrium type place where all the bathrooms are and whatever. I swing open the door with like brute force, like BAM! I wasn't playing around. I was like, I have to go. Like it was like that kind of gusto. I slam open the door and there is 5 people. 3 women walking this way, 2 women walking this way. I almost smacked the one in the head with this door. Now, normal reaction, what would you say if that if that happened to you? You almost hit somebody with a door as you swing it open as fast as you can.
You say, oh my gosh, sorry.
You say, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, or excuse me, like my bad, whatever. I was not expecting to see anybody, and I saw 5 people. And so my first thought was, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. My second thought was, oh, that's a lot of people to say I'm sorry to. And so my real words that I spoke were, oh, that's a lot. And then I like, because the one woman who I almost hit is staring at me like, are you going to say sorry? And all the other women now, after I yell, oh, that's a lot, they all look at me. And I'm just like, I'm just standing there like frozen in the doorway. And I go, and I giggle and I walk away, okay? So I giggle, I walk down to the bathroom because I didn't even say sorry or excuse me after this. I just said, oh, that's a lot. And it was like, fuck, what do I do? So I run into the bathroom. I'm sitting in I'm going to the bathroom, like at the urinal, whatever. And there's this guy next to me who normally like brushes his teeth every fucking morning in the men's bathroom and
what
makes
is that about?
Right? First, that's one thing, right? Second thing is while he's brushing his teeth, he fucking makes small talk. How's the weather? Oh, fuck you, dude. Get out of here with that shit. But anyway, this man, he's right next to me. He finishes peeing first. He flushes. He goes over to the sinks. I hear the sink on, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I flush the toilet. I turn around. We have 3 sinks, and he's at the middle one.
Mhm.
Who fucking does that? Who stands at the middle sink?
Yeah, yeah.
That's like the middle urinal rule.
middle
You just
urinal,
don't
yeah.
do it, right?
It's strange thing.
So he's at the middle sink, and so I pick the far right one, which is the furthest away from the door. But it's also close to one of the automatic paper towel dispensers on the wall. Okay? And so I'm like washing my hands, looking down, trying not to make eye contact with them because I've had the bag of Cheetos, then, oh, that's a lot, to now he's in the fucking middle and I'm standing right next to him washing my hands. And I look up at the mirror and he's looking at me and I turn and go, oh, what's up? Like, because I'm all skittish, you know, like, what are you doing? He goes, why'd you pick that one? Like, I'm the asshole here, right?
Yeah.
And so I go, I wanted to say, why'd you pick the middle one? But then I was like, oh, you can't say that. That's like not a human being thing to say. So I turn and I go, well, this paper towel dispenser is a lot faster than that one. So I had like a full explanation as to why I picked the sink I picked. And then he looked at me and kind of looked back at the sinks, and then he went, well, the first one was kind of wet, like around the sides. And I was like, you don't have to explain yourself. And then I was like, I'm done with this. And then I started like getting the paper towels, right? And so we're both now walking out of the bathroom together. And in my head, I was like, this is the most fucking awkward thing I've ever experienced. Like that kind of high pitched in my head. And he went, have a good day. And I went, because I was thinking that high pitched, I went, And then he turns, he looks at me, I look at him like deadpan face, just like, and then we turn our separate ways and walk away, and that was it.
To each other again.
So it was like all 5 minutes apart from each other. Cheetos, oh, that's a lot, to washing my hands next to a guy and going, why the fuck am I built this way?
I don't know, man. You're built awkward strong.
I am super awkward. I don't get it, man. Do you have an awkward moment from the most recent history?
Nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
I always think it's awkward when you get served food at a restaurant, and they said, and they'll tell you like, enjoy your meal, and I'll be like, you too.
Oh, I do that all the time.
Yeah. I'm like, she walks away, and I'm like, I am so stupid.
So I like to think that my life is filled with moments like that. Or the other good analogy I have is like my life is filled with moments like when you're about to, like you're walking and somebody else is walking and you do that like shuffle like together like.
Yeah.
That's like my life. That moment is my whole life. Everything is just that awkward. Like
the shuffle.
The shuffle. You. Because the fucked up part about that is rules of the road. Everybody goes right, and then you're fine, right? Yeah. So as long as you go right, you can never be wrong in that situation. The other person, if they go to their left, which is your right, fuck them. They were wrong. You had it. You were right.
Right away.
No, fuck them. They were the idiot there.
I 100% try to follow the rules of the road when I'm like shopping at Giant.
Oh yeah, buddy.
You know what I mean?
You stand like, on the right side. Yep. You're like, oh, I need something on the left, and then you're like, can I merge? Looking behind you, like.
Look back. You look left.
Oh God, I love it. I love it. I did another pretty fucked up thing. Actually, speaking of grocery stores, I was gonna walk through the like automatic opening door, at the same time that somebody else was gonna walk through, and like, what would you do in that scenario? Would you either like speed up to try to go ahead, or would you like hold back and let them go first?
I'm trying to speed ahead, probably.
You're speeding ahead?
I'm probably speeding ahead.
I matched the speed.
Oh no.
So
that is
So
You're stuck in the door.
we're going through, and they have a cart, and I don't. And so the doorway opened up, but it only opened up like enough that like almost one person could fit. It looked like the door was not like fully operating properly. So I'm like by their cart, and I go sideways and like shuffle through.
Boy. Struggle.
I am the worst human. I am so bad.
Hey man.
The other thing,
it takes different strokes.
it really does. It really does. The other thing I wanted to talk about, because we're pretty off on a tangent at this point, is what's like the meanest thing you've done to somebody recently?
Meanest thing I've done to someone recently. I'm a nice guy. I can't think of anything
okay,
mean.
well that's fine. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to get off on an exit on the highway, okay? And somebody cut me off. And this exit works like it just keeps getting more right lanes until you're in 5 total lanes. So there's 3 that goes one way. There's one, or the other 2 are going off on an exit, but one goes north and one goes south, okay? I had to get off on the southern exit. So I do the natural thing, which is just every time there's a more right lane, I get into it, because that's where I need to go eventually. And this person cuts me off in like the first one of those. And so I was fine with it. It was rush hour traffic. I'm like, whatever, you know, somebody's going to cut me off. It's going to be fine. We'll all live. Everything's good. But then we get to the part where it breaks off to the 2 exits that are like, one's going to go north, one's going to go south. And so I get over into the south lane like I'm supposed to, and they turn on their signal and they want in front of me again. And I was like, no.
Not today.
I was like, I'm going to speed up. You can get behind me because you already cut me off once. You should have merged when the lane came up just like I did, and we wouldn't have had this problem. You fucked up. Okay?
Yeah.
They kind of did, right?
Eye for an eye, yeah.
So I speed up, and I'm gonna basically saying like, you can fucking get behind me, and they didn't want to get behind me. They wanted to get in front of me, so they sped up, and they were flicking me off as they were speeding up.
Oh,
and they still have their signal, and they still want in. So I matched their speed.
Incredible.
And I did that, and they're flicking me off now this whole time. They're just like trying to get over. They're looking. They're slowing down. I slow down. I'm with them. They speed up. I speed up, and they're just holding it right. And I am laughing my ass off now, because I know that they only have like another couple 100 feet before they're on the wrong exit, right?
Yeah.
I made them get off on the wrong exit.
Incredible.
So it's going, they went north, I went south. I'm laughing like a fucking hyena, and they're flicking me off the whole time. The whole fucking time.
I would look back over and gave them a thumbs up.
I had my windows rolled down. It was like one of those nice ass days. So I'm like laughing. They could hear me laughing, and they're like yelling, fuck you. And I'm like, and they're like flicking me off, and I'm just like, It was the most maniacal shit I've ever done. And I watched them literally get off on the wrong exit. I get off on the right exit. Now, the funniest part about that story is I know the northern exit, and the closest place to get off from that northern exit so that you can get back on the southern one is at least 5 minutes down the road. And we're in rush hour traffic, so 5 minutes in rush hour is like 20 minutes.
Oh, you are diabolical.
I added 20 minutes to their commute. And I was so mad at them for cutting me off. Now, this is the most fucked up part, because I was wishing a lot of bad things on them. Because They had no right to flick me off that whole time. They had no right to say all those things because all I was my point was just you cut me off once, okay? Fool me once, but you can't fool me again. No fooling twice, okay?
There's no fooling.
There's no fooling twice. So they fooled me once. They got in front of me, ha ha ha, buddy. But they didn't get off on the right exit. They fucked up, and so. My fucking brain went straight to, I hope their wife has a GPS tracker on them, sees them get off on the wrong fucking exit, and try and like turn around, but gets like caught up in all this traffic. So they're caught up for like an extra 20, 30 minutes on their commute, but they have to get back down. So they're really caught up for like an extra 40 minutes or wherever the fuck they're going, right? Yikes. So I'm really hoping that like I caused a divorce.
Incredible.
Like oh, why'd you get off going up towards towards the north parts of town? What were you doing up there? I see you stopped for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hope that guy was like, oh, but this guy,
he just fumbles.
He's like, oh, but I had this guy, and I was flicking him off, and I was so upset, but now he sounds like an asshole because he was the one flicking me off. He was like, I got in front of him, and I wanted him to, somewhere in his life, realize that he was the wrong one there. So the only thing I could think of was naturally divorce. It went from the road to you got divorced and it was all your fault. Good job. You're an asshole.
Well, you stumble once, you stumble twice.
All right, Mike. 2 things. What do you got?
Pie or cake?
Well, I'm allergic.
Damn it. You're right.
Do I get a pass?
No.
Okay, you have to rethink about this because I saw you were brewing that up for a while here. All right, I got 2 things for you. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Migos or Lil Pump.
Migos.
Okay.
Yeah, not even hard.
Not even hard?
Not even hard.
Lil Pump's hilarious though.
Yeah. But,
I put them both in the meme category.
Migos are a little bit more respected. Migos are a bit more respected.
Do you know how many YouTube videos I've seen in the past week that have been like how to make a hit Migos song?
I'm sure.
They're hilarious.
Migos. Yeah.
I think that's a meme, man. One person was like, I didn't even know there was 3 people in this group.
Jesus.
Anyway, do you have 2 things?
Yeah. Candles or plugins?
Plugins.
Candles, you maniac?
I have to say plugins because my wife's doing the plugins, like selling them.
Oh.
So I got
plugins.
That's the
Good
show.
job.
That's the show.
There it is.